Life. This story contains themes or mentions of physical violence, gore, or abuse. Somewhere in this twisted brain of mine, I just wanted to tell everybody to go squat in a cactus tree, but my manners wouldn't let me. I was so sick of feeling compelled to situations when I knew that I didn't volunteer in the first place, but then again, did I even have a choice? I was reeled in like a naive little fish trying to escape the grasp of their corroded hooks, knowing that the more I fought to get my freedom back, the more motivated the captors would become to keep me. Well, what if I just played along and pretended to die? Would they then feel bad and send me back, or be selfish and prepare their minds for the meal I'd represent, consume what they could from me and discard the rest as if I was nothing? But first, everyone had to know about me. Time stood still in a frame 19 years ago. I was a single mom and had no other motives than to take care of my two small children on my own. I had nothing but a diaper bag and one large suitcase filled mostly with their tiny clothes and a few of mine. I left on a one-way ticket, so my ex-love knew that we weren't coming back. I couldn't go back, not after the life of having to escape drama practically every day. If it wasn't the baby mama, it was his family. Physical abuse was present as well, even during my pregnancy with our first child. In one incident, I couldn't go to work the next day due to a black eye. How was I to explain that to my boss? I can't say that I didn't know why I stayed with him after that, because I do know. I had nowhere else to go. Plain and simple, so he was my only savior. A year after our first was born, we had another child. Yet again, why was I still there? Some would say I was foolish, but my thoughts were because now we had two children and I felt like it was my duty as a mother to stay with the father for the children's sake. After some time, the physical abuse subsided, but his temper was still strong. The house became a little quiet, but that was only because his eyes began to wander. Then soon he ventured off and so did I. Except I attended church with my new companion and it felt good to laugh again. After a while of not caring about my former partner or what he thought of me anymore, me and my daughters contentedly moved out. We had reached the max of our relationship and I was so over the lies that everyone thought I didn't know about. I couldn't allow my children to grow up in such an unrefined and don't give a damn environment. It had become tainted and no longer enjoyable. I knew nothing about parenting, especially on my own with a 1-year-old and a 6-month-old, so I was reaching nervously for a higher being to help me up and give us strength. I'd lost both of my parents in my teens, my mom at 14 and my dad at 19, so I didn't get the chance to have those intimate conversations and get advice about a lot of things that other kids took advantage of. I was forced to live with a relative whom at first didn't seem too thrilled about the idea of having to be a guardian, especially after never having children of her own. Who was I to come and interrupt her single life? Well, if I really had a choice, I would have stayed with my much older sister whom I was ripped from the day right after our mom's funeral. Complete loneliness filled the years to follow after moving away. No one would tell me the truth. It wasn't until guilt revealed itself and I finally got a phone call from my sister. All those years, wasted away because of egos and ignorant adults. I rebelled, was somewhat punished, but always forgiven. I hated that. I hated them and I hated my life. I can't count how many times I wanted to just end it all and erase myself. Just send me back home to Texas already, but that wasn't happening because my guardian had to keep her promise to my mom. However, as soon as the ripe enough age hit, all of that went out the window. I never felt so alive after being kicked out. Adolescence was no joke. I thought it would be all fun and games after my guardian released me, but being out in this big chaotic world, I didn't know what to do. Trying to hold on to the one thing that remained stable in my life. College, I began to waver. Soon it became the farthest thing from my mind. Having no rules was my influence to go barbaric. But in the midst of it all, there was a tough lesson to learn, that the people whom I thought were my friends only used me and then turned their backs afterwards. Whenever we saw each other on the street it was as if we were meeting for the first time. I can't help who I am. I don't know how to be someone else. I give and people just take and take. Which leads me back to the previous statement of telling everybody to go squat in a cactus tree. I'd rather you not approach me if you know that your jealousy gets the best of you. Don't fault me for getting along with people that you don't.
Broken yet shinning, open letter. The strongest women facing unknown struggles with bright smiles, women, ladies, girls. She has a different names as she grew up. It is not easy to play a role of any such character in their life. You people can't imagine how it works, an entire psychological barriers upon them, particularly these women has many issues in each and every steps they fall apart. Some don't want to help them, the other just pull her rights, talents, everything and tags a band that she is good for nothing. Even their freedom are designed according to their plans. If we started a plan or change those ideal thoughts of others, trust me, they are the unrecognized reptiles on earth. Her speech, her body language depends upon the other opponent opinions. Women who owns her money has separate status, and those who have not an ability to own the money or the property, that's all she is all done. In the past ages they don't even care about the personal issues of the women. But thank God they were open-minded, that they do injustice to women, don't care about their marital life, just mark a price tag with lifelong guarantee insurance on giving birth with lots of babies. If she opens up her feel, then I'll say just shut up. Some things can't be changed. Okay, let's travel the journey on this modern era. Yeah, we are grateful now that it is possible enough to study and achieve goals on our own. Parents have understood our pain that we women encountered these many centuries. We have started a great furnishing career, almost we are equal to that of these modern men. But the name tag reciprocals the other side of thoughts of the people too, i.e., high-cultured women are insane. How dare she is competing with these modern men? Even though she gets married to someone else, she has to face the general egoistic thoughts of all the men and the societal backgrounds by tying a band on her waist that she should not earn more than her partner, or else she should resign her job. According to me, past ages of the women was like an instant poison. The modern era of the women is just like a slow poison. The women who doesn't speaks are the wealthiest generosity personality on earth. The women with so much of desire, struggles a lot to fulfill her life, are the adamant character on earth. See, in this world no one is ready to praise her wholeheartedly when she is bold or calm enough throughout her entire life. These barriers are allotted with several packed demonstrations. The most surprise gift for her when she enters her superior thoughts outside the world, nothing else, the rape, harassment, etc. These high package just demonstrates and welcomes all kinds of women with different varieties of ages. Most of us has been came across the term that love is blind, but here rape is blind. They have created a great perspective through these lines. How sweet, isn't it? Don't trigger your emotion, just shut up. You are a woman, you don't have rights to struggle upon your issues. Because they have a beautiful solution, just pay off and fuck all, no one cares, do as you like it. This society depends on women to target with so many questions, but never questions the men. Rather they ask us, what is your purpose on going far for your dreams? Just stay back in your place, never travel or come on midnight beyond time. These magical advices are meant by the society for women alone. The word ashame is only meant for women, not for the men. Literally, women has created a society that men are superior than women. The other bitter point on this earth is men dominates women when she is innocent or obeys his words. Rather, when she is independent and men gets dominated by her, then all says that, see, the world belongs to the women. The highlight term is men dominates women. No one would ever dare to speak about that. When she does the same with a man, she is an adamant creature on earth. Wonderful. Though we are independent, some things can't be changed. I have an humble question to these societical people. If you have more time to watch and screw the life of a woman, then it must be shared equally for both the genders generally. Do watch your male kids too. I am not telling to slave them like a woman, but teach them how to behave and care a woman soulfully. If he learns, then the harassment cases would be in utmost control, my dear friends and parents. They should know how to respect a woman. Just start from your home. Watch your mother and your siblings. If you did, then this caption of the word of rape would not be so common for all. When we often travel or go out or something, we as a girl or a woman face an ugliest encounter of sight. You have guessed right. What am I talking about? Yeah, the breast. It is just a flesh which feeds milk to the young ones, but as you stare we feel like we are insecure. Is this a way you have gifted a society to us? thanks a lot but we don't care actually, because all says.